In this month's news, we look at speed limit to be reduced from 30 to 20 miles an hour, New Forest campsites set to close, and a campervan catches fire after its battery explodes. Hi, I'm Ads, and you can find links to all the news articles in the video description, and check out this video for bloopers and outtakes. Let's start off with the closure of New Forest campsites. According to the Bournemouth Echo, the New Forest's top conservation group, the Friends of New Forest, have called for the closure of 3 campsites. That's Hollands Wood, Long Beach and Dennywood, a total of 970 pitches. They claim that the sites are damaging habitats and disturbing wildlife, and that Forestry England are failing to meet habitat regulations by allowing it to continue. This time last year, the Commoners Defence Association requested that 9 of the forestry-run campsites be closed to protect the future of commoning, and they are repeating the same argument this year. Forestry England said that they are looking at a few options, including closure or relocation of the 3 sites. I've stayed at most of the New Forest campsites, including these 3. Family camping holidays in a tent when I was a kid, and many times in our motorhome. Each campsite is different and has its own charm about it, and it would be such a shame to see them closed, especially with the increasing popularity of campervanning and the high demand put on campsites and mental illness. Let me know your thoughts on the matter and whether you've camped in the New Forest. If you have any motorhome or campervan news that you would like to tell me about, then please leave a comment with a link to the news article, and you may get your name mentioned. Possibly the biggest fear in a motorhome or campervan is the fear of fire, and there are a few precautions we take to reduce the risk of fires. However, the Salisbury Journal reports that a campervan's leisure battery exploded and caught fire after a road traffic accident. The incident occurred in Three-Legged Cross, which is a town between Salisbury and Bournemouth. Was the explosion a little puff of smoke, a massive kaboom, or somewhere in the middle? It doesn't say, but the emergency services had received reports of a hazardous material incident. So to me it sounds like it was a lithium battery, but the report doesn't say. Maybe you have a better idea what caused the battery explode. Comments in the doobly-doo. But that is not all. Another fire was reported by the BBC News of a motorhome catching fire and destroying one home and damaging another property in Frinton, Essex. The family has been made homeless, and investigations will take place with UK Power Networks, so it sounds like some sort of electrical fault. Motorhome parking always seems to be a problem, whether you can't find enough space, height restrictions, or simply not allowed. That's even before we get into overnight parking. Reported by the Liverpool Echo, Merseyside beauty spot deserted after ridiculous parking charges. Wirral Council has introduced an experimental traffic regulation order, for short ETRO, to the area around New Brighton's Coastal Drive, which is a popular spot for motorhomes. During the 18-month trial, to stay overnight will cost £20, and motorhome owners have responded the way they know how. Wirral Council say they will be constantly monitoring the ETRO, making adjustments, and will be investigating the possibility of adding a serviced area for motorhomes. According to the Echo, there have been no parking charges in the area, but there have been 25 fines in the surrounding area since the ETRO was introduced on July the 8th. Sounds like it's really working then, doesn't it? What do you think? Do you think that £20 is a fair price to stay overnight in a beauty spot on the side of a road, or is it too much? Comments in the doobly-doo, please. By the way, tell us how much you're enjoying the video by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of our videos, then why not subscribe and ring that notification bell? Some roads in the UK, such as around schools and residential areas, have already been lowered from 30 to 20 miles an hour. But according to BBC News, Wales will reduce the speed limit on all restricted roads to 20 miles per hour next year. Lowering the speed limit will lower collisions, be quieter, and make less pollution in those areas. Ministers also believe that it will encourage people to walk and cycle. Recent police figures show that 50% of collisions that hurt people in Wales were on a 30-mile-an-hour road. And in 2018, out of 1,100 incidents causing serious injury or death, 40% were on 30-mile-an-hour roads. And if you think it's only Wales who are lowering their speed limits, then I've got more news for you. Scotland will be doing the same in 2025, and according to Devon Live, Devon County Council have selected the first 4 towns to have their speed limits reduced to 20 miles an hour. These towns are Tiverton, Winkley, Ashburton and Atherington. No idea when though. It makes a load of sense to me, if only to reduce the amount of people getting hurt. But everyone will have an opinion, whether they're a pedestrian, a worried parent, a driver, a cyclist, or someone living on a busy road, or combination of all those. So let us know how you feel about these speed limit changes.